Have you ever looked at someone successful and thought, what's their secret? It's almost never just about raw talent or working harder than everyone else. It's something deeper. It's the internal architecture, the way they think. Today, we're going to break down the actual blueprint for building that unstoppable mindset. Because what you believe, well, that's what determines what you can actually achieve.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Think of success as playing two games at once. We're all super focused on the external game, right? The grind, the hustle, the 9 to 5. But here's the thing. The real, lasting wins happen in the internal game. This is where your mindset, your resilience, and your personal blueprint live. And winning this internal game, that's what makes you truly unstoppable.
So, here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll lay down the foundation, what mindset even is. Then, we're going to do some demolition work on those mental blocks that get in our way. After that, we'll start building the actual framework of resilience and confidence. And finally, we'll install the habits that make this whole thing a lifestyle, not just an idea.
All right, section 1. You can't build a skyscraper on a weak foundation. And when it comes to success, your foundation isn't your job title or your savings account. It's your mindset. It's the absolute core that every single achievement is built on.
So what's the engine that actually drives us? Psychologists have a term for it, achievement motivation. Researchers like David McClellan figured out it's this basic human drive to chase our goals. But here's the twist. It's not just about the prize at the end. A huge part of this motivation comes from the joy of the process itself, that satisfaction you get from just getting better at something.
And this is a total game changer. Based on Carol Dweck's amazing work, it breaks down the two fundamental ways we can see the world. On one side, you've got the fixed mindset. This is the belief that your intelligence is what it is. Effort feels kind of shameful because it means you're not a natural. And failure, it's devastating. But then you have the growth mindset. This is the idea that your brain is like a muscle. You can develop it. Here, effort is everything. Setbacks are just feedback. And failure isn't the end. It's just the beginning of your comeback story.
Let's go a layer deeper. This is really about your core motivation. Are you driven to look smart or to become smarter? A performance orientation is all about proving yourself, getting that gold star, that praise. It's about external rewards. But a mastery orientation, that's all about the internal buzz of learning and getting better. The challenge itself is the reward. Knowing which one drives you is absolutely crucial for long-term growth. Okay, so we've poured the foundation. The next logical step in any construction project is you gotta clear the site. Because let's be real, the biggest things holding us back usually aren't out there in the world. They're in here, in our own heads. It's time to talk about mental blocks. And I mean this seriously. Just take a second and ask yourself, what's really holding you back? What are those stories you tell yourself, those little fears, those doubts that just pop up and stop you in your tracks? Just seeing them, just naming them, is the first real step to taking away their power. I absolutely love this quote because it flips the script on doubt. Doubt isn't a red light telling you to stop. Think about it. When you set a big, exciting goal, your doubts immediately show up. They're basically pointing a spotlight on the exact areas where you need to do the inner work. They're not there to stop you, they're there to guide you. And yep, here are the usual suspects. I bet you're nodding along to at least a few of these. That fear of failing, constantly comparing yourself to others on social media, that little voice of self-doubt. Or maybe you're just too cozy in your comfort zone. Imposter syndrome, feeling like a fraud, that's a huge one. Recognizing these patterns is step 1 to breaking free. Man, this one hits hard, doesn't it? It just cuts through all the noise. So often, the difference isn't about being smarter or more talented. It's purely about persistence. It's about having the grit to keep trying when things get tough and refusing to let those mental blocks have the final say. All right, we've cleared away the debris. Now it's time for the exciting part. We get to start building the actual framework for our new mindset. This is the how-to section, where we construct the resilience and confidence that's going to support everything else. So what's our main tool for this job? It's a powerful, science-backed method called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. The best way to think about it is like a practical roadmap for literally rewiring your brain. It gives you the power to see, challenge, and then change the beliefs that are running the show in the background. And the process is so simple, but it's incredibly profound. First, you just catch the thought. You know that, I'm not good enough for this thought. Second, you challenge it. You become a detective. Where's the actual proof for this thought? Is it really 100% true? And third, you consciously reframe it. You rewrite the script with a growth mindset voice like, okay,
I haven't mastered this yet, but I know I can get better with practice.
So why is this so important to do consciously? Well, because our brains are naturally wired with what's called a negativity bias. And this quote just says it perfectly. Your brain is like Velcro for the bad stuff and Teflon for the good stuff. Negative comments stick, compliments slide right off. It means if you want to build real confidence, you have to do it on purpose.
So how do we fight back against this built-in bias? The antidote is simple. You have to collect personal victories. By intentionally noticing and celebrating your wins, no matter how tiny they seem, you're literally building a library of positive evidence that makes confidence stick.
And look, we're not talking about huge, monumental achievements here. As Admiral William McRaven famously said, if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. It's that simple. Finishing a workout, writing down 3 things you're grateful for, learning one new thing for 15 minutes. Each one of these builds momentum. It proves to your brain, again and again, that you are someone who does what they say they're going to do.
Okay, a blueprint is just a cool drawing until you actually build the house and start living in it, right? This last section is all about installing the high-performance habits that take your new mindset from just a theory and turn it into your everyday lifestyle.
Now, here's an idea that might surprise you. Most of us think success is all about that Monday to Friday hustle. But the highest achievers know that weekends aren't just for collapsing on the couch. They're for realigning with your goals and intentionally recharging for the week coming up.
So what does that actually look like? Well, they unplug on purpose, which lets their brain's creative network light up. They expand their minds with new things, a book, a documentary, anything. They invest in joy that has no point, which fuels their inner motivation. They set clear intentions for the next week, which reduces anxiety. And maybe most importantly, they are ruthless about protecting their peace.
And this quote just nails it. In our culture that praises busy above all else, choosing to rest feels like being lazy, but it's not. It's a form of high-level discipline. It's how you stay in the game for the long haul. And really, that's the big takeaway here. An unstoppable mindset isn't just your work week persona. It's a whole life approach. It's a 7-day-a-week game.
So let's bring this all home. An unstoppable mindset is not some genetic gift. You're not born with it or without it. It's a blueprint. And the best part? You are the architect. You get to design your life, one thought, one choice, and one habit at a time. Which leaves us with one last, really powerful question to sit with. As you go through your day, your week, ask yourself this. Are you just trying to escape your life, using weekends and vacations as a temporary getaway? Or are you actively, consciously designing it? The blueprint is right here. The choice is yours.